Welcome to Keegan and Nathan Talk About Things, Episode 1.
Keegan and Nathan talk about things, yeah.
All right, here we are, Episode 1.
Yeah, Episode 1.
For those of you who are just joining us, yeah, you can crack that. This is
Thank
Episode 1 of this podcast.
For those of you just joining us.
Because, aka everyone.
Thank you for tuning in.
Let's see, where do we start? My name is Nathan.
My name is Keegan.
Yeah, and we're going to be talking about things.
Talking about so many things.
So many over the next however long this lasts until we give up.
Never.
Hopefully never, but, we'll see.
Just trying to keep the, what's that thing?
I have no
that
idea.
pages from in the yearbook said just, isn't it like just keep,
well,
trying to keep the party going with the boy. Just trying to keep the party going with the
party going with the boys. That's what we're trying to do here, yeah. There's going to be a lot of that, not knowing what words to say, but, that's why you listen, right? Is for these candid conversations between two friends. And maybe guests, just not today.
Not today.
But to give you an idea.
Cheers.
What we're going to do.
Talking about the Prestige today.
Yeah. As Keegan spills on his shirt. You can't see that because it's obviously an audible medium. But yeah, Keegan just spilled.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
So we're off to a great start.
Perfect.
So yeah.
Okay, so give me not a synopsis, but a little
teaser, maybe?
So I can guess what's gonna happen.
Okay, just so for background, everyone. So today we're watching The Prestige, a movie Christopher Nolan came out in year.
Was that the Batman?
That I don't know. That's the Batman guy. Yeah, okay. This is pre-Batman, I believe. It's a great movie.
And American Psycho.
I don't know about that. Maybe we can Google it. We have the internet. Larry? No, Larry's in the room. You don't need to know that. 2006. Okay, that's the year. So there you go. Yeah, so this is my second favorite movie of all time. Forrest Gump being my favorite. We might watch that later, but we're starting with this. Keegan's never seen it. I've seen it like 6 times.
Too many.
So
even though you just said earlier,
we're gonna talk. We haven't seen the movie yet. We're gonna talk a little bit. We're gonna go watch the movie, and then we're gonna come back and talk about it more. And hopefully, it's entertaining for you people. But maybe it's gonna be terrible. Who knows? But only time will tell.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about it so I can guess.
Okay. So I'll set the stage.
Batman.
The year. I don't know what year. Probably like 1910s.
Old.
It's definitely old.
Maybe
earlier.
Carriages.
Tesla. When was Nikolai Tesla a guy? Because he's in the movie.
Sherlock Holmes was what, 1890?
Yeah. I don't know. Probably like early 1900s, we'll say. America.
Gangs of New York.
Maybe actually some. Sure. I don't know what that is.
You've never seen Gangs of New York?
No, I haven't seen a lot of movies. You guys are going to learn that over time.
That's why we're talking about
That's why we're talking about things. Exactly.
Okay.
So we're early 1900s, let's say. In America. Partially Britain, though. I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I've seen this movie, even though I've seen it so many times. But we're talking about magicians, right?
Oh, wow.
Magicians, yeah. Because I love magic,
Bananas. Oh, my God, because you did that magic trick the one time at that party.
Exactly. I did do that magic trick, yeah. So I dabbled in magic for the listeners back in the day, but
Does that include
not
juggling?
Anymore. I can juggle, yeah. I wouldn't consider juggling magic, but, Listeners are learning so many things about me today,
spiritually.
Yeah, anyway, so we're in New York City, I think. No, I don't know. Actually, I don't think we're on news. I don't know where the movie takes place. Anyway, we got magicians. There's 2 magicians that are competing, as magicians do, like, who's the better magician, right? They are Batman, a.k.a. Christian Bale. Christian Bale. Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan.
He's the director.
Christian Bale. That's what I was thinking.
Christian Bale. He's Batman. Right. And the other one is Hugh Jackman, Wolverine.
Oh, I know.
Man himself. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, they're competing over who can be the better magician. And Christian Bale, he comes up with an amazing trick where he can teleport himself.
Don't tell me too much.
No, this is like all exposition.
Oh,
and
do you think if you Googled it, it would say that?
Probably, yeah. It happens pretty early in the movie.
Okay.
So. And anyway, Hugh Jackman, he's trying to figure out how he does it, trying to top the trick. And that's where the whole movie goes from there, There's a lot of great actors in this movie. We got My Cocaine himself, a.k.a. Alfred from Batman. We got ScarJo in the movie. We got some other people that I reckon. Yeah, we could be watching the Avengers, honestly. Right? It's like the whole cast. So yeah.
Okay.
Based on that, what are you thinking?
My thoughts right off the bat. Christopher Nolan. It's hard to pick who's superior, but I feel
like who's the good guy. You mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But
it is
even on
hard.
actor standards, between Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale,
Yeah.
I almost like Christian Bale more.
Yeah, I feel like his has a more likable face.
Yeah.
You know?
And I like American Psycho. He's in that.
So then it probably is.
I think one of them is going to die. I don't know who. Maybe they both die.
Oh, maybe.
Also, talking about you said teleportation, right?
That's the trick.
So the movie The Fly. Have you seen the movie The Fly?
Is that the one where the guy like? Yeah,
the dude from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yes, he teleports. He loses his fingernails, turns into a fly.
Mm.
I don't know if it's anything similar like that's gonna happen, but maybe he's gonna like be different.
Yeah.
Lose something. Probably not gain anything. Maybe like an extra finger.
Yeah.
Like teleporting though, like how scientific? Are we talking about like a portal?
No, we're talking about magic tricks.
Oh, fake.
So we're not talking about teleportation.
So he has a double.
Maybe there's a lot of things we talk that you'll see in the movie.
Do you figure out what actually happens?
By the end, yeah, it's it's Christopher Nolan, right? So like there's always a twist
You
at the
say
end, right?
that,
It's like
like,
Inception. He does Inception. You know, have you seen Inception?
Yeah, it takes me for a trip.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Exactly. This movie, same way, and it's hopefully it'll be interesting.
All right, so the rivals, right? Maybe they end up working together in the end.
Maybe
I think actually no. I'm gonna go back to one of them dies.
one of them dies. All right.
The trick is too severe.
Yeah.
Maybe they both die.
Maybe they both die. You know.
Because then you find out who's superior, but that's like no fun.
Yeah.
It's more climactic if they both die.
Yeah.
And you're like magic.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts off the bat. Maybe one of them gets like cholera or something.
Cholera, that would be interesting.
'Cause
That
it
was
was
a
the early
thing back in that time.
1900s.
Yeah, people just like pooped in the streets. So like
Until Jon Snow showed up and was like, "Yeah, that's cholera."
yeah, Did you say Jon Snow?
I mean, yeah.
Sorry, I haven't seen
John
Game
Smith.
of. Oh, John Smith. John Smith.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Jon Snow.
What are you talking about? Jon Snow is the guy from Game of Thrones.
Yes, and also the dude that discovered the wandering hole that caused cholera.
Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
Sure
You're the
in my
person who
BBH
does this kind of
classes.
things.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna sound like a dummy if that's. I'm pretty sure it's Jon Snow.
The thing about a podcast, for the listeners, I've run a podcast before. It had a brief stint, but you just have to sound confident in things. You know,
No, I don't care.
you don't have to know the truth. You just have to sound like you know the truth, and people will believe you.
Okay, then I'm locking in my answer for Jon Snow.
Lock it in. Okay, we're not gonna look it up or anything. It's just that's the truth now because you said it is the truth. It is the truth.
What if
Okay, I'm listening.
one of the magicians has like a mini team that's cheating for him, or like little minions?
You gotta have minions.
Well, you said ScarJo's.
ScarJo's in it.
She
She's a minion. Yeah, she's a minion in the game.
That's right, exactly.
You'll see more about
And who
her.
is the other person?
The other person. What do you mean? Oh, Michael Caine.
Alfred.
Michael Caine. Yeah, he's like the mentor. You know,
Of course, yes.
because he's the old mentor. You know, he's
To
got to
who?
be. I think to both of them, kind of. He kind of is like in
Seems
between
weird.
because they used to work together. You'll learn that too early on.
But Batman didn't happen yet, so he didn't work.
No, so he's not Batman. yet.
That's
he's
funny.
still Bruce Wayne. No, I'm just kidding. He's not Bruce Wayne. He's somebody else.
He's still British.
He is. I think he's British. Yeah, he's got like a Cockney. Yeah, I think it is take place in London because they have like Cockney accents like this a little bit. Cockney. It's like.
You have a great Cockney.
Do you think so? Thank you. This is not British anymore.
Anyway, I guess I'll say so. One of them's gonna die. I don't know which one.
Okay, that's a
But
fair
I like
prediction.
Christian Bale better.
People. Okay, so you hope Hugh dies.
I hate to say that out loud, but you said it.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I
Only
guess we'll
time
see
will
what
tell.
happens.
That's your prediction for the movie. You think you're gonna like it? What'd you think of Inception?
Long.
Long, yeah. This one's pretty long. Two and change.
It's been a minute since I've seen Inception, though.
Yeah.
Kind of confusing.
Yeah, confusing. This will also confuse you. That's why I think it's going to be good to talk about the ending because you're not going to understand what happens at the end until we talk it out together. Which is why I'm
I like
excited
this
we have this on recording because you're going to have so many revelations and like light bulb
As it
moments
goes, or when
and
we
it's
come back.
when we come back and it's going
Perfect.
to be awesome.
Well, that's the whole point of the podcast.
That is the point of the podcast is to share these moments that we have together with the people.
With whoever wants to
Whoever
listen.
wants to listen, yeah, who knows? If there will be anyone. If you're out there, well, I don't know what to say, but
That sounded like the Twilight Zone. Maybe we should watch it. We should watch an episode of the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, that's a future episode right there.
Jeez.
Wow, so many ideas, you know.
Write that down.
Yeah, write that down.
Okay.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah, I think we're ready.
Any final words before we hop into this?
I hope I don't fall asleep.
All right, yeah. I don't think you will. It's a little late here. It's 9:30.
All I'm thinking about is
Sunday,
Now You
but-
See Me, the magician movies.
Yeah, it's a lot
Those are
different. It's
intriguing.
definitely a lot different than
Uh,
that. A lot darker, but there's still magic in it. So
Like, where's Houdini?
I don't know if Houdini
Not
exists
in
in this
this-
universe. Who
When
knows?
was-
I
when
think
was
he was
Houdini
after
born?
this. Because, like, isn't he,
Really?
like, 1950s? I have no idea.
I have
He
no
was
idea.
1950s. We just have to say it, and it's
You're
true,
right.
right?
We just talked about being confident.
As long as no one, hey, okay, this is the first rule of this
Here's the thing.
podcast. If you can't look things up, right? We're gonna say things like Houdini was in the 1950s. Maybe he was actually in like the 1600s, but you can't correct this.
No way.
Just because, I mean, probably not, but maybe, you know. So you're not allowed to correct us on things. When we say things, we just accept them. They may not be true, but that doesn't matter. To us, they're true. To you, they're true. It's just our little secret, okay?
Dirty little secret.
I don't know if it's dirty.
The
it's
All
just-
American Rejects said
Yeah,
that.
I mean, yeah, they did say that in a song. We could talk about that song too in a future
Well,
episode.
how deep can you go with that?
Yeah, it's really not that. It's
Not
pretty
that deep.
repetitive.
Every
Um,
pop song.
But yeah, we're gonna hop into it. In your time, it's gonna be about 2 seconds later that you hear us talking again. But in our time, it's about 2.5 hours. So we're in this for the
Yeah.
long haul. Think about all the work we put in to make this podcast happen.
For you.
For you, just for you. All right. See you guys in a bit.
Yeah.
All right. We literally just finished the movie like 2 minutes ago.
Took some time to start back.
I don't know. Where do we start?
Right off the bat, this
Yeah.
goes without saying, don't trust a magician.
Yeah, magicians are sketchy dudes.
Number two,
Number 2.
I think there was a lack of representation for the plague.
Yeah. I mean, that movie. So we were off in our previous estimation of 1910.
People were
It
wearing
actually
corsets.
took place in Victorian era England, which is,
The plague.
I still don't know, like 1800s maybe? Like
Need to be
1850s?
confident.
1850s, right? We just say it and go on. So 1850s, that's our final answer.
Right, and there was no rats.
There were
and
no rats,
sickness.
no sickness. It was all happy and dandy. Like nobody died of like cholera.
The only thing that really showed it was when he broke his knee,
Yeah,
And you're
then
like,
he
well,
was,
now he's
had a
crippled
limp
forever.
literally his entire life. Yeah.
which makes more sense
Yeah,
for that.
Also, Hugh Jackman, still hot. Like
When he was dead.
he's got a body. That's
Well, it's
for
from
sure.
2006,
True. That's like prime era Hugh Jackman right there.
but still, I mean, Wolverine was
Wolverine's
not that
still
long ago.
hot, I guess. Hard
What was
to-
the part? Okay, so I was right. So
Yeah.
Christian Bale was still on the top.
Yeah, we should. So first of all, we should say
Recap.
spoilers. We should just warn spoilers, right?
Oh,
We're gonna
that
talk
goes
about
without
the
saying.
plot twist of the movie. You should watch it though. If you're listening to this, I think
If
it's
you're
a
out
good movie.
there.
I don't know what Keegan thought. We'll talk about that later. But you know, if you're planning on watching this movie at some point, it's on HBO. If you're curious, that's where we watched it. Not a sponsor.
That'd be nice.
But yeah, HBO. If you hit us up, if you have some money to throw away. But yeah, if you want to watch it, I would suggest it, and then you can come back and listen to the rest of this episode. Yeah. Anyway, so you were right.
So I was right. So I was saying he was the better magician, or what? He wasn't gonna die.
Well, he did.
Well,
die.
technically,
Well, so
what? One
well,
of
he
them.
did.
One
of
of
them,
them.
half of him. So for those of you who don't know, we should say,
Nobody knows.
well, it's still up for grabs, right? So there, as I said in the, how about you describe it? Give us a synopsis on the movie.
So Christian Bale, a twofer.
He is a twofer.
He's a twin. The dude that was like, what is he called? Like the stage manager?
Alfred
No,
I mean,
no, Fallon.
Fallon. Oh,
Technically, one of them
yes.
was the stage manager. Right.
Yeah, something.
So we have the stage manager and then Alfred, the
Yes,
magician.
The magician.
They just flip flop.
Yep.
So you're left wondering
They're
what
the
the
same guy,
heck
but
is-
different guys. But
That threw me for a loop. The wife thing, though, the Sarah thing. She's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, today you don't mean it." And I was like, "Why is she
yeah,
so
she was
weird?"
but it makes.
But that makes sense because there was two of them,
right? Because half.
and that's why Fallon was always. That's why he literally told Fallon to take her to the zoo.
Yeah, because Fallon was
The
the
daughter.
guy who cared. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
which is
wild.
crazy.
And you're like, "Wow, he's a bad dad."
Exactly.
is
but
the
he's,
dad.
half of him is a good dad.
But you think Fallon's the actual dad then? Like,
Well, the
impregnation?
last guy was the real dad, right? Because he says to Hugh,
Oh, because he
"I
won.
loved Sarah, and he loved whatever Scarlett Johansson's character's name is, right?" So
Speaking of Scarlett Johansson, she's always the side hoe every
I
time.
know she really is.
But
Like,
until
even in
she
the
landed Black
Avengers-
Widow. No, even until she landed Black Widow, she was always the side hoe.
Yeah,
And it's almost sad.
it is kind of sad. She's so much more than that, you know. She
Now.
can fight bad guys.
When she
I mean, she
went
needs
to
her own
Russia.
movie in the
Do you think they ever
as
will?
Black Widow, you know. Will they? I don't know. They'll probably run out of ideas eventually and get further. You know?
That's off topic.
But that is That's another. That's a topic
Anyway,
for
she's
another
always the
day.
side hoe. Moral of the story, and it's almost alarming.
Show Scarlett Johansson more love. That's the moral of this.
The moral of this
Even though her accent in that movie
was
very
so bad.
bad.
So was Christian Bale's. It was so poor.
Yeah, they should have practiced that more. But
And the good thing about it is Hugh Jackman was English,
yeah, he was American.
so he didn't really have to pretend.
He's American, but he's not even English. He's Australian. So his
Yeah,
accent
his
was
accent.
good because he was actually doing an American accent.
I wonder if he does a British one. Also, I was getting so many The Greatest Showman vibes when he was like doing that.
I
And then,
know,
what
the
is
whole
the thing
magic.
about how cliche it is that these people always rise in fame, and their whole life just falls apart
I know,
underneath
right?
it? It
That's
happens
the whole
every
thing.
time.
I feel like that's the point. It's
I
like
guess, but like,
what you give so much to your craft, but
And you go
like,
crazy.
You suffer as a person.
like
you
Hugh
know?
Jackman went literally bonkers.
They both did.
But does that mean he was a
Christian
lord the whole
Bale.
time? That's why he was so rich.
Who? Hugh Jackman?
Yeah,
Was it what the whole time?
a lord.
A lord? What do you mean a lord?
They called him lord.
Oh, well, I think that's just like his alter ego. I think he just made the money from shows.
Are you sure?
I
He
think.
had a big house, and he
I
was
think
just
he used
literally
that 'cause,
living.
well, that's because of the last show he did. You know how he did like
He was
the
sitting on
100
that for that
shows?
long. He was just
No, I
living
think he
in
just made bank
Colorado.
from that last show. Oh, living in Colorado, yeah,
He was just waiting for Tesla to finish his thing.
that's true. He must have had I don't know where he got the money from. That's a great.
He's a
question.
lord.
But I don't think so because he's American.
Farquaad.
He was American though.
No, he's Australian.
He is Australian, but his character was American. I think maybe I don't know.
But
There's a
what
lot of
was he in?
holes when you like think about like the plot
I don't even know,
stuff.
like the background.
Yeah. The thing that always confused me was like I forget now. That's awkward.
That is awkward.
Well, I'll remember it and I'll bring it
The
back.
thing that was confusing me in the beginning, I had like an aha moment when
Mhm.
we showed back up at the final performance. At the
Mhm.
flashback to the beginning when you saw the dude in the tank, I was like, oh, it has to be the clone. He has to
Yeah.
kill him off every
He has
time.
to kill him, I know. Which is like crazy.
And I was like, oh, nards.
Yeah. Oh, Nards indeed.
And it made so much more sense. And I was like,
Right.
and then he was like, oh, they always haul off this like water tank.
Right. He's
Dead
in the
body.
tank. Which drowning, literally the worst way to die. Like,
Well,
I don't
is
know.
that why the dude brought up the thing
That's
about how it was
what it is.
agony?
Exactly. Yeah.
Because he didn't feel guilty about it because he said it was like going
because
on.
he said it was like, I don't know, but like drowning, that's like one of my biggest fears.
Yeah, same.
Like
Behind being buried alive because that would be awful.
also awful, which also happens in the movie.
Yeah, but he came back.
But I guess he doesn't. He doesn't die.
Fallon came back.
I wonder which Fallon that was. I was thinking about that while like that scene happened. Like, do you think it was like the Fallon that got buried alive? Do you think that was the one that got drunk that night and then told off the wife? You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if it's that deep.
Yeah, it's probably not supposed to be. But like, since I've seen this like 7 times,
Right,
now,
you've had
like,
time to think
I've
about
had
it.
time to think about
This is
it.
your 7th.
I still notice things every single time I watch this movie. Like
I
little
feel like that's
things.
almost like a Christopher Nolan thing.
That is. It's gotta be. Makes good movies.
Yeah, he does, but that one wasn't as confusing as Inception.
Yeah.
I guess at the end of that one, they kind of wrap it all together.
Yeah, this one you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, like they like explain it to you, whereas Inception's kind of like.
never. I don't even know what the ending is, but it's not
Right.
very clear.
Well, it's because they don't clarify it. Like that's like the top at the end of Inception. You know, it just does. It just
Little
doesn't.
sprinkle.
Yeah, a little sprinkle. That's what I did. So for those of you who can't see this because it's an audible medium, you know, like Salt Bay. I kind of did Salt Bay, but like with a top. You know, because it's kind of the same motion without any salt.
Exactly.
How you spin it anyway. Yeah, but like Inception, the top doesn't fall over, so you don't know. You know, if it's actually
know,
a
you
dream
know.
or if it's real, which is sad. I mean, this movie's pretty sad. Like, literally everyone dies except for Christian Bale and his kid. But Christian
don't
Bale
know
also
which one.
dies.
Yeah,
that's
we
the
don't know
thing.
which
So,
one.
like, man,
It's weird because twins look like that identical. It's weird.
yeah,
Twins are weird.
so dedicated. Like, the dude literally chopped off his fingers.
Yeah, that's
That's like that. That's too much dedication.
that is so much.
It's like
dedication.
whatever the guy says. Like, obsession is a young man's game. I don't know how that applies to what.
I don't
we were just
either,
talking
but,
about, like,
freaking-
he was crazy.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman definitely was crazy.
I mean, yeah.
Are
Like,
you
dang.
talking about the other dude?
I was talking about both of them, really.
Equally, magicians are crazy. I think that's the overall
I think
gist of the movie.
Magicians are crazy, especially in Victorian England. Like,
One of them had to have the plague.
yeah.
1 out of the 3.
Yeah.
4, I guess, if you include
I mean,
the
they
old guy.
probably, yeah. I mean, they were living in London. Like, that's a dirty city.
Right. And my first thought is they have to wear so many layers. Like, aren't they hot all the time?
I know. That's the thing, because it's unless it's like
There's
always
no
winter,
AC.
But no, like in the summer, they're all wearing 3-piece suits all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
You'd be
Sweating.
sweating bullets.
What's that stuff called? The powder.
Powder? What do you mean?
Does it start with a
baby
C?
powder?
That was like caulk.
Cock?
No.
Like, I don't know.
I don't
Like,
know,
what is
anyway,
it
whatever
used
keeps
for?
you dry. It keeps you dry. You
Yeah.
put it on your body.
Baby powder, I think.
It's like that tweet. That's like NSFW. I can't really bring it up, but it was like about like taking off like 600 buttons to get to like
Yeah, the
thing that hasn't
happy
been
place, you
bathed.
could say, yeah.
Yeah, but it like hasn't been bathed. Like it missed their bath for that week or something.
I don't know.
You don't know that tweet?
I mean, you can show it to me after, and
That's
we'll have a
awkward.
giggle.
Well, it is a little funny.
Listeners, you can look up 600 buttons. Maybe you can find it.
Because like corsets have all those.
Yeah,
wraps
corsets
and
have so
the-
many buttons. It would take so long to do that.
Yeah, that's just funny.
Anyway, I have a question. Who do you think is the good guy? Because I don't know. Because like before, you were like, I think Christian Bale's going to be the good guy.
Well,
right?
right off from the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
you know that Christian Bale is better at his magicianship.
Right, he's the better magician, right? Yeah.
Because he was like arguing right off the bat to do more.
About the knots and stuff.
But both of them did whack stuff.
Right.
I almost feel like Christian Bale is still better. Because he even said at the end, he
A
was
better
like,
person or a better magician?
yeah, a better person. Because he even said, Hugh Jackman, you did all this jank stuff just to try to beat me, but I just had a twin.
It's true. But he did end up killing Hugh Jackman.
Okay, well, for almost, you could say the right reason.
I'm just trying to play
Because
devil's
he had
advocate.
100 bodies.
He did have
He had
100
99.
bodies. 99, yeah.
Does that mean at the last scene he just didn't come back up?
Yeah, I think he knew. I think he was like,
'Cause
he
he
knew
said it
that
on
at
the
one
shows.
point Christian Bale would go under the stage and he would frame him.
Right.
Frame him for killing him. That's
Yeah,
what he
I
did,
get-
you know.
yeah.
But he didn't know that there was another Christian Bale.
Another thing that's whack about it is the diaries between the two. Because
I know, they
wrote the
both
last
knew that the
page.
other one would read it.
And like, when did they write it?
I think they wrote it right before. Because think about it. First one, Hugh Jackman, he was still alive, right? Because he was Lord Caldwell, so, and his, like, representative guy gave it, so he knew that one.
Oh, right.
But the Christian Bale gave it to him because the ScarJo gave it to him, so they both knew. But it's kind of crazy.
That is really weird.
But it's like it's confusing because like they're reading the diaries at different times, right?
Yeah.
Because he's reading it when he's in America, which is like 5 years before Christian Bale's reading it in like jail.
It was cool how they did that. Like each
But,
time they read it, it went back to that.
It's just like it throws you off because they
yeah,
change
it is
the
a little
time so
confusing.
much.
Yeah.
So it's like Inception, you know, like he's always throwing you off.
I feel like the point is just to be
Or, like,
disoriented.
Yeah, I think that is because then it's harder to like follow,
Yeah.
right? And then they all clicks at the end, right? Have you seen Memento? It's like another
Memento.
Christopher Nolan movie, I think, and it's like backwards. So like each scene, like the last scene in the movie, like if you would put it in a normal timeline, comes first, and then they go like backwards. So like all the scenes go in normal time, like it's not like in reverse, but like they go in reverse order. But it's still at the end it all clicks. It's really weird.
That sounds so disorienting.
Yeah, but the reason that they do it is because the main character, has short-term memory loss. So he doesn't remember what's happening. So like you learn what's happening as he does, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting movie. Anyway.
What's
So
even
it's-
funnier about that story is that Nathan's wearing a cutoff right now, and his nipple is just staring right at me this whole time. So he just out.
I love how like I'm just telling you that story and you're just thinking about how I'm
Like, I was
nipples
just
out right now,
seeing
you know,
it.
just like taking them.
It was
Taking
almost
a-
telling me the story as you were.
Yeah, it was. You know.
I was like taking it.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
That sounds like a good movie. That could almost be
It is a good movie.
another.
We honestly
episode.
could, but now I guess I didn't spoil anything. We can just watch
Well,
it some other
they
time. We don't
don't
have to
tell
talk
you.
about it on the podcast, but maybe we will. You know, maybe it'll be interesting
Anything can happen on a live.
on a live
podcast.
podcast. Yeah, this isn't quite a web show, but you know.
Right. For those
Um,
iCarly fans. Out
Yeah, there's
there.
shout out Miranda Cosgrove.
Where are they now?
Where are they now? That's a great question. Who
Drake
knows?
Bell was freaking
Drake
in
Bell.
Lancaster, PA.
Yeah, he was in Lancaster, PA, our
But then
hometown. for
deleted
those
the
of you,
tweet.
if you were curious.
Yeah.
Um,
The length. 717.
The 717, yeah. Anyway, what were we talking? Oh yeah, so because I asked you that question about who's the good guy,
Yeah, it's
because I
Christian
still
Bale.
don't know. And this time, like since you said it, like because when I watch the movie, I always cheer for Christian Bale, right? Might just be because he's Batman,
That's what I was thinking too. I have this predisposition.
but I like
It's just
Hugh
better.
Jackman too. Like he's like the Greatest Showman. He's also Wolverine.
Which The Greatest Showman is not a good
Yeah.
film.
But like, look, I think it's pretty good.
Right,
But
we
that's
can
again
debate that.
conversation for another time. But yeah, like I was thinking about it, and I was like, who is the good guy in this movie? And I think the good guy is Michael Caine's character.
Is that the butler?
The butler guy, yeah. I don't know what his character's name
But
is.
what was even more confusing about that is even at the end,
Yeah.
he was with
He
the
let
daughter,
him kill, yeah.
but like he
'Cause
knew
I
it
think
was
he's
up.
Team Christian Bale the whole time.
Well, because right, he knew right off the bat. He said it's a double.
Right, he's like double. It's a double. He called it from the beginning. He's
Right.
like, Hugh Jackman, you're going crazy. Don't do this.
Yeah.
But he also like lets Christian Bale kill Hugh Jackman at the end, right? Because like when what's his name, Fallon's walking into the theater
Mhm.
and Christian Bale's walking out, he's like, "What's up, bro?"
Yeah. That's why it's weird.
So
But I think almost. What did you say his name? Michael Creighton.
Michael Caine, but he's British, so it sounds like
Oh.
Michael Caine. Like
Anyway,
It's
the
fine.
butler from Batman.
yes, Alfred. Even though it's
Alfred.
confusing though because his name's
Yeah,
Alfred
right.
in
That's
the
why I was
movie.
trying not to call him Alfred because it's so
Right,
conflicting.
there's two Alfreds. Old guy.
I've lost my train of thought where I was going, but it was going to be something about. Oh, I think he actually knew that Hugh Jackman was just bonkers. That's why he was like
he
getting killed.
must have, right? But he also like helped him with that last show too.
Yeah, but he wasn't allowed to go backstage. So he was probably like, "That's fishy."
Yeah. Maybe the point is that there is no good guy. Magicians are all bad guys.
Yeah, exactly. Moral of the story.
Maybe that's
Never
the
trust.
point.
a
Maybe
magician.
Christopher Nolan actually just hates magicians, and he made this movie so we would all hate magicians too.
Right. I mean, I see the idea behind that.
Yeah.
Who directed Now You See Me? That's a great movie.
Have you
Both of
seen
them.
it? I don't know, but they must have liked magicians because the magicians are like the good guys. You know, they're kind of like the Robin Hoods. You know, they're like
Very
vigilantes.
Victorian of you. I think that's pre-Victorian.
I don't
No,
know when
but-
Robin
well,
Hood was. It might
That's
be around
the
the same
Renaissance time.
Well, Renaissance
Oh.
isn't really England.
Yeah, but if you think about it, when we go to the Ren Fair, what if we dress up as Robin Hood?
Ooh, okay. We're both Robin Hood, or like one of us is Robin Hood and one of us is like
Robin thing.
I could be Robin Thicke. Robin Thicke, yes, or Robin from How I Met Your Mother. Have you seen that show?
No.
It's pretty good. I would recommend it.
I don't know if I
You
want.
might like it.
Carly watched it.
It's a little different than like
Isn't it sad at the end?
a little sad, yeah. But you know, I don't want to spoil anything.
I'm not gonna watch it, but you
Yeah,
don't have to tell me.
But I don't want to spoil it for our listeners, maybe who haven't seen
They might, isn't it? It's been off. Well, now freaking.
It's been off for a
Is
while.
Robin the
It's-
girl that's now in the Avengers?
Robin is the Colby Smolobith. Yeah,
No one knows real people's names.
except me.
You have to reference them from shows
They're
they've
just
been in.
actors.
Who is she in the show? Not Nick Fury, but what? His like second.
She's like Nick Fury's psychic. Yeah, she's in there. She's not really
Sidekick.
into. Yeah, that's an incredible quote there.
No, it's
Side.
Sky
Oh,
High.
Sky High. Yeah, I thought you were a
Whatever.
sidekick. Yeah, sorry, I quote that
That's
movie all the time too, and
You don't even
nobody
know what
gets
it's
it.
from.
Sky High.
Yeah,
It's a great
Sky
movie.
High.
Because she's like, there's like the plant girl. And,
But she doesn't want to use her powers.
but then it turns out that the kid is literally Superman, so that's kind of dumb.
Yeah,
He's just
but
like
then
a
the
late
dude melts,
bloomer.
which is cool. Also, the other girl turns into a guinea pig.
Yeah, that one was weird, but it
She's
ends
a
up working out
sidekick.
because she like goes through like the
Yeah,
Sky High. But that's a great
that
movie.
is a great movie.
But
And
that's a conversation for another
Different.
time. But
Just
like,
to really-
it's just so
a
good.
tangent.
Honestly, it's like one of the most underrated Disney movies, Disney originals. You know, in my opinion.
But sat behind Cowbells with Allie and AJ.
I haven't heard of that one. So
I think it's called Cowbells,
obscure.
where they
one.
print the wrong date on all the milk and the whole town goes bonkers. I think there's more to it than that.
Are you sure it's a whole movie? Or
Yeah,
just
I'm
like
pretty sure. Or like the Luck of the
So-
Irish one with like
Oh
the
yeah,
creepy
that one's
leprechaun.
a good one. Yeah, when the leprechaun he
Kind
plays
of
like
made it
basketball.
left like a weird taste in my mouth.
and we're
after I
like jump
watched it.
in. That's a classic.
Jump
Corbin
in,
Blue.
yeah, it's good.
I mean, who would think to make a whole movie about Double Dutch?
That's a great question, honestly. Who
Like,
can double dutch?
Who can? Corbin Blue, apparently. Fun fact, he has
Wasn't it
the
Kiki
same
Palmer,
birthday
too?
as me. Anyway.
So just Selena Gomez has my birthday.
Yeah, there you go.
She's turning like 100.
Yeah, she's old now.
She
She
has
might be like
lupus.
30.
No way, Taylor Swift is turning 30 this year.
Yeah, Selena Gomez is probably about the same age as Taylor
No
Swift.
way.
Think about it.
She was on Barney
Taylor Swift was like 18 when she started doing music, right?
in 1989.
1989 was when she was born.
Yeah.
So when was
December
Selena
30th.
Gomez on Wizards of Waverly Place?
Alright, let me check my
2000.
fact book.
We just say something and it's truth. So let's say 2008,
8.
right? We were probably in like elementary school, late elementary, middle. That's like 8 years ago.
I think 6th grade.
Let's say 20. Let's say 2008.
Okay.
So that
Great year.
how old was Selena Gomez when she was on that? Like 15,
Had to be.
16. So
no
she
way.
was. Let's say she was 16 in 2008. Then she was born in 1992. So she's
So is
3
my
years
sister. So
younger.
she's like 26.
So she's like 26. Okay, so she's not 30.
No, Taylor Swift is an old
Pretty
bird.
close though. Taylor Swift is old though. Hey, but next episode of our podcast, we might be talking about Taylor Swift. So let's wait. There's a little preview. Keep you on your toes.
Being a little flirty.
Feel a little flirty.
Anyway, back to the movie. I guess we were talking
there
about.
is this movie that we should be talking about.
It came full circle at the end, which I enjoyed.
Yeah, I feel like it's like the perfect.
I don't really
amount.
feel that confused. You said I have a lot of questions. I don't really feel like I have that many.
Yeah, that's good though. James
I think
Our
I'm just
friend.
really smart.
he was very confused. So I think
Right. I mean,
I guess
Right.
you are just smart.
I'm gifted.
Yeah.
And the movie buff.
Yeah, I
I
guess.
should rate for Rotten Tomatoes.
Maybe
I think
you
it's
should.
different, but
Would you have given Paddington 2 100% like everyone else?
I've never even seen Paddington.
Neither have I, but it has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Fun fact.
The Bear.
The Bear, yeah. Anyway,
It's probably
again,
because Nicole Kidman's in it.
probably.
Big thing with their fingers.
For those of you who can see, Keith just clapped without using his fingers. I know it's not.
I hate
It's
it.
not a
For
video
those of you who can't
form,
see.
but just so you are aware.
All right.
Anyway, final thoughts.
I think I'd give it. I enjoyed it.
That's good.
It kept me on my toes.
Yeah.
Which I think is the point. Keeps you intrigued.
Out of what would you rate it out of 17? That's gonna be our rating system on this show because why not?
38, 17. That's a bold choice. Like one of the worst numbers.
I know, that's why I picked it.
What about,
honestly, it was
like,
just the first one.
A 15.4.
Wow, that's pretty. I feel like that's pretty high.
Let me scale it back to 14.3.
Yeah, let's play it safe.
I'm not really good at judging movies. I think most movies are good.
I agree.
Except for this one movie I watched was really bad. It was this horror movie.
Well, I feel like bad movies, we just don't watch them because we know they're bad, So, like, if you're going to watch a movie, usually it's pretty good. You know what's a bad movie, though? Hot Take, Unicorn, whatever, with Brie Larson. We just watched that. the other
Unicorn
day.
Store.
Yeah, Unicorn Store.
Why did you say hot take?
Because I feel like there were, like, good reviews on it about it online.
Oh, is that what hot take means?
Yeah, Hot Take means most people disagree with it, right?
I don't know. You're
That's what I think.
don't know.
That's what I thought Hot Take.
We can go with that. We know you're confident. Be confident.
Yeah,
Hot take.
Hot
is
Take
that's what it
means
means.
most people it's like don't at me, but
Right.
because
But you
people
have to add that.
disagree. But I don't like.
Yeah, that movie was trash,
was
and it made
terrible.
no sense.
It did. There was no plot. Samuel L. Jackson made it amazing.
I wonder if he got paid for that.
Probably a lot. Netflix has got cash lying around, so he probably made bank from it.
Good for him, I guess.
Yeah, good for him. He's out there doing crazy movies.
Isn't
like
it whack?
Um,
You go.
I was gonna say like Kingsman, but is he whack?
I've never seen that. No, isn't it whack?
Oh.
How Brie Larson directed it, but she was also the main
Yeah, that
character.
is interesting. Like you would think, like she's basically in every scene, right? So
She's
how do
telling
you
herself what to do.
direct a movie if you're in every scene? I don't know what directors do though.
I feel like a main part of it is to look from the outside. in.
Yeah, I feel like that's what they like. Are sit in a chair and they like watch
Right.
as the scene happens. And they like tell people where to go. But like if she's in the scene, how can she like?
Like, is there a
I
co-director?
feel like it would be interesting. There had to.
Oh my gosh, is she a twin?
Is she a twin? Wow. She's
Like
a
the
twin
movie,
s-
and she probably practices magic.
she's probably a magician.
She believes in unicorns.
Yeah,
she
of
definitely
course
is a
she's-
magician.
And she's freaking Captain Marvel.
True, so she's an alien.
So she's an alien magician twin.
twin.
You heard it here first, people. Brie Larson is an alien
Myth
magician
busted.
twin. Myth busted.
But I mean, does both aliens have powers? Being an alien gives you that many
Oh,
powers.
maybe being an alien makes you a twin and a magician because you can like clone yourself because you're an alien.
Maybe she just hooked up with Tesla and was like, "Yo,
Maybe.
clone me."
Yeah, she did. She's actually just immortal.
That was my first thought for Christian Bale. I didn't think he was actually a twin. I thought he actually just met Tesla
That's
before,
what I thought the first time that I watched the movie. Yeah.
but just cloned himself once and was like, "Oh, this is fine."
Right. It took me till the second time because there's a line when he says, "Tesla is the keyword to my diary, but not the secret to my trip."
Well, right.
Right. That's how.
But
But
you-
like, I didn't notice that the first time, and I was
I
like,
noticed.
"Oh, he just used
It
Tesla."
processed, but I was like, maybe he was just full of poop.
Right. But no, Tesla was just kind of crazy, which he
He
was in
definitely
real life, so
was.
it's kind of accurate.
Well, didn't he actually steal the light bulb from Edison, or just the design?
I don't know. There was some beef
Because he
there.
had the light bulb.
Right. I'm pretty sure Tesla did DC current, AC, where alternating current, but Edison did DC current, direct current. And then Tesla, the real reason I think was like Tesla, well, we're just going to go with this as truth
Let's get
because that's how this
sciencey.
works. I'm pretty sure Tesla invented an electric chair using DC current because it would kill people faster.
How was
And
that
then
on
they
his
tried to use the electric chair and it didn't work and the guy didn't die. And they kept zapping him and he just wouldn't die. So like they tortured this guy essentially.
And then he died.
And then so they were like, Tesla, you suck, bro. And he basically like got discredited from all his work.
So
Even though I think DC current is somehow superior. Or AC, I don't know. I didn't pay attention enough in physics to know.
never take physics. So you're telling me the electric chairs today are AC current? They don't use electric chairs. What am I talking about?
They might.
Woo.
No, I think they use lethal injection.
Yeah.
If they're going to do the death penalty. Either way.
I don't know.
That might be Edison that I just told that story about. It was one of them happened. Or maybe I just made it up. Who knows? But we'll
But
never
it's
know
true.
because we're not going to look it up. We're just
So,
going
but
to
it's
assume
true.
it's truth.
Exactly. I don't know.
So
much
final
about
thoughts, what'd you
cars.
give it? 14.3?
You
Or
made
was
me
it
second guess
13.4?
myself. Like that was too high.
No. It was. I think it's a good movie. It's
Okay,
my
what are
second
yours?
favorite movie. I give it a high
Yours?
score.
Is yours lower than mine? No.
What'd you give it? 14.3?
Maybe.
I would give it higher,
Lower. Oh, higher.
a little bit higher.
7.
So if we're
7
like
times.
judging it on a scale of like all movies ever,
That's hard to
give
do.
it a 14.9. I think it's a very good movie.
Just briefly above.
Again, my second favorite movie. So
It's not mine. I just like to
yeah, no,
give people credit where they
yeah,
deserve.
no. I think it's a great movie. So that's
Too
why-
nice.
Maybe I
That's what
should.
they
Maybe
tell
it's a 15.
Round up.
One. I'll give it a 15.1. Feeling generous out of
Okay.
17.
me. Okay, yeah.
Because if there's only one movie, in my opinion, that's higher ranked than that, it gave
I know.
Forrest Gump.
That's what I was thinking.
But I think it does deserve. A
Then your
15.1.
scale's like just whack. Does that mean
Right.
you think Forrest Gump is like a straight 17?
No. There's probably a better movie than Forrest Gump. I just haven't seen.
Yeah.
it. I give Forrest Gump like a 15.9, 16.1, something like that. Maybe 15.8.
No, not even as high as I was thinking.
Right, because I haven't seen that
Again.
many movies, right?
True.
As we've discussed before,
True.
probably off the podcast, but also on the podcast. I think you called me out multiple times already for not seeing movies, so
that could have happened.
it's probably gonna keep
not gonna
happening.
take
It's
fault
probably
for
gonna
that.
continue to happen, honestly, because it happens quite a bit.
I am here to culture you, is what we
Exactly.
actually
and
discovered.
I'm here to culture you in return by showing you
About
movies like this.
DC and AC current.
Also, physics.
Current.
What little I know from the physics I
Little
took
dabble.
like 4 years ago. So,
I also took it 4 years ago, but I don't remember that.
well, I didn't. I might have just made that up, but I also might have remembered it.
All I remember is the physics problem about the big like equation, like a rocket goes up and then it comes back down. Like, what
parabolas.
is it? Sure,
like
yeah.
flight.
I guess that
I
is
think that's
parabola.
x equals ax squared plus bx plus something.
I'm glad you keep that in your back pocket.
I don't know if that's actually right. I just basically said
Stop-
something in
Stop
parabolas.
saying you don't know if it's right. Nobody would know.
That's true.
I had
feel
no
like somebody's
idea.
gonna Look it up. That's true. If there's no one, is anyone listening to this anymore?
Hello?
If you're still listening to this podcast, props to you. Send me a tweet, DM me at NathanJ333 and say, I listened to your whole podcast. And then if you actually liked it, tell us that too, but you probably didn't. So if you didn't like it, just don't actually send the tweet. Just,
If you did like it though, if you didn't like it, follow Keek Pete on Twitter.
yeah, follow Keegan if you didn't like it. If you didn't or did?
If you didn't,
If you did. So if you liked it, follow me.
just
if you
DM.
didn't like it.
Maybe
DM
they
me.
can follow you.
I think you have to follow someone to DM them, right?
And if you're not on private,
I don't think I'm on
I
private.
hope you're not on private. That's embarrassing.
Yeah. What's the point of Twitter if you're on
And
private?
you can't retweet anything.
Yeah. Also, your friends would just like only your people that follow you would be able to see like
Yeah.
how are you gonna go viral.
Which makes no sense for Twitter. The whole thing is
right.
about
The whole
reaching
point's about
Anyway,
get those likes up.
yeah. So I gave it a 14 point. I forget, like a 3.
I think I gave it a 15.1. I'll take that.
Okay.
I think it was
So
good.
overall, it's pretty good.
Any final words for this episode of the podcast? The first one.
I
do you
just
think
feel
it went?
like as a child, I should have done more magic.
Mm.
I was left very confused.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely went through a magic phase.
Even the ring thing, like where you clink the rings together and pull them
Yeah.
apart, I don't get
I'll
it.
tell you that when we go off air.
Oh shit! Behind closed doors.
Behind clip, because magician never reveals his secrets. But
Probably
I
just
understood
Google.
like all the simple tricks, like the ball trick, or like the card trick.
The
Them
goldfish.
go away. The goldfish. I don't know. I guess the point of I don't know. That's actually another point. I don't know if the point of the goldfish thing was like that he actually kept it between his legs and he was strong and he acted like he was a cripple.
It's impossible.
Because like they were saying like he has to dedicate himself to the craft,
Oh, that was the thing. That
I
was
think
what I
that was the
meant.
point, but like they took it the wrong way, obviously.
Obviously, took a
Went
left
little bit
turn
too
there.
far. Yes.
Another thing that was confusing, like, where does the bird come from? Like, I get they kill it, but like, where is the other one?
Yeah, I guess just up his sleeve maybe.
It's gonna suffocate in there.
Yeah,
Again, it's probably so hot.
yeah. Bird tricks, weird. I don't know. how
And
they
birds
work.
smell.
I just get like card tricks and like little things.
Also, why don't the birds chirp?
Yeah, they have to be really well trained birds.
Do any birds just not chirp? Like a species of bird?
Maybe you could. If they, like,
Magician
cut out their,
birds.
Like if they just like snip out their voice box.
Okay,
Hey, they're killing
that's like doing
birds.
surgery on a grape.
Surgery on a grape. That's a great place to end this, I think.
Okay,
Surgery on
yeah,
a grape.
yeah. Let's end it.
So, final words. Magicians suck. I'd say
Yeah.
watch the movie. It's pretty good.
Great,
And,
great ending.
Great
Anything
ending,
else?
plot twist. Tune in next week
For
for our podcast. We're probably gonna talk about Taylor Swift. Don't
Don't give away all our secrets.
don't quote me on that. But if you listen this far, you deserve it.
You deserve
listen
a
to
little
us
taste.
ramble, a little taste. That's all I got.
What's our
We need like
outro?
a, yeah, I was gonna say we need like a closing phrase.
Like,
What's our podcast called again? Keegan and Nathan talk about things.
so this has been me and Nathan talking about things.
And
We've done it.
goodbye. Oh, we've done it. That's good.
Yeah,
Or
we
like,
could do we've done it.
peace.
It'd be funner if we like cracked another can, but that
Crack
doesn't
some-
make any sense.
Or
It'd just be
uncrack
funny.
a can.
Yeah, put it all
Crush
back
the
in.
can.
Just puke it back
Maybe
in the
we could
cup.
crush the can, but then you can't recycle.
Yeah, then you
that.
can't recycle. Doug told us that.
Yeah, Doug.
Apparently,
Shout out
that's
to
not
Doug.
true though.
Well, maybe some shout out. Shout out to Doug.
Yeah, Doug's a bro.
Shout out to Keegan.
Me.
Yeah, you.
Shout out to Nathan, I guess.
Thank
yeah,
you.
just to make it even.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we'll shout somebody else out next episode.
Yeah, if you're lucky. If you DM Nathan, you get a
If
shout
you
out.
DM me, I'll consider shouting you out.
Damn.
That's all we got. I don't have an outro though.
We'll figure it out.
think we
guess,
just need to
next
end it.
episode. Yeah.
The podcast is over.
Keegan and Nathan talk about things, yeah.